welcome back to GGWP, the Good Game Well Played podcast. I am one of your hosts, Lisa Blank.
Hi, I'm Aubrey.
We are so excited to have you back this week and to talk about one of our newest favorite subjects.
Yes.
We play D&D.
Yes,
we play
do.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
Every week.
Who would have known, looking at us,
No.
that would be our hobby?
No.
But
not
is.
knowing us, a few years ago, I would have
Right.
never said that we would be playing D&D.
No,
Never.
absolutely not.
I was very resistant to it, quite frankly.
And see, I had always wanted to play because I, in a former life, was a theater nerd.
Right.
All through college. And so, like, that RPG aspect of it was very interesting to me. But I never had anybody to play with or that would play.
It was not my thing. I had an older brother, but that was not his thing either. So it was not even in my world. Like, I didn't even know what D&D was. And then I met my husband, and he had played when he was younger, and not when he was really little, I don't think, but maybe in college I know that he played. Mm-hmm. And so he was saying, like, "Oh my gosh, you'd love it. You should play." I was like, "Absolutely. No. I don't need to push my glasses up anymore."
There were a lot of things that Lisa drew the line in the sand about.
And now I hopped right on over.
For a very long time.
Yes.
She was like, games? No.
No.
And then when we got her into games, it was like D&D? No. Would not entertain
because
the
I kept thinking, like, that's the next line I'm going to cross, and then what? And now I play D&D. Yeah. But we love it. Nothing against our D&D fellow adventurers, because we love them.
Well, they were right the whole time.
Absolutely. Well, they were. And now I talk about, like, they're my people, and I defend them fiercely. So yes,
I will die on this hill.
And I will.
And my many will die on this hill.
Hopefully my character doesn't, so that I have to keep regenning a new character. But then I have to have Cody help me make a new character, and it's all over. But yeah. Anyway, so we play D&D. We absolutely love it. We started a year ago in March, right?
In March.
Yeah. So we found a group called Dungeons of Drunks.
Wait.
Oh, sorry.
Stop.
What?
Who found
Oh,
Dungeons
I'm so sorry.
of Drunks?
I have a mouse in my pocket. No, that would be Aubrey found
Dungeons of Drunks because we had been kind of watching and at some of the conventions, at PAX especially, they have Acquisitions Inc., which is a live D&D show.
And it's so fun.
It's a blast.
Yes.
And so after that, I was like, okay, I have got to find a way to play this. And especially after playing Too Many Bones.
Yes.
Because that's
we talked
like
about that last
RPG
week.
as well. And so I got very interested in it. And one day I was like scrolling and it just popped up. Dungeons of Drunks. And I went, what is this? And I kind of went down a rabbit hole. And it was like...
And thank goodness you did.
This group of people that meet and play D&D on a weekly basis all around the city at different taverns or...
Different bars, different venues. Different local venues.
So, and they've got a strong DM a core group of DMs. Right. They've got new DMs coming all the time. And it's kind of another thing I liked is that it's kind of a come and go as you please.
Yeah, it wasn't a commitment group. Yeah,
it wasn't a commitment. So like if you missed a week, it was no big deal. Because I know in a lot of campaigns that's really hard to get a core group of people to meet every week.
Single yeah.
So if one person misses, if you're five person table, it's a bigger deal. It's a bigger deal. Yeah. But it has been a blast to play with them and to watch them grow.
Yes.
Because they
really have, like, even in the year that we've been going, it's amazing how much growth this group has managed to obtain. Like, it's pretty impressive. They even added another night, or another location on our same night. We play on Wednesdays at Black Potion. So if anybody wants to come join us and play D&D,
please do. And you don't have to have any experience.
We literally had negative experience when we walked in. I had no idea. I had no idea what I was doing. No clue what a character was or how to create one or anything. And some of the guys there kind of took us in, and
they really did.
Really helped us and got us used to playing on the computer, which I didn't even know that was a thing. But
thank God
thank goodness it is, because it keeps track of all my stuff,
like,
and I don't have
pen and paper, I still get lost.
Yeah, I don't have a clue.
See, we're still newbies.
Yeah, truly. But I can now magic missile with the best of them and know what I'm doing. So anyway, but yeah, so
D4s.
Right, I can just throw D4s at anything. So anyway, so Dungeons of Drunks. Our night, like we said, meets Wednesdays at Black Potion, but they have games
start at 7.
Game starts at 7. They have groups that meet on, I think, Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. I think they leave the rest of the week for other things, but you can find them on all the socials too if you want to join any of those other groups. And they have some new ones around town, so that they're not, they're kind of all over the city.
Yeah, so you can kind of get to them from wherever.
But so, the first night we walk into D&D like we had a clue what we were doing. And
I don't even know, did I have dice?
I don't think we had even had dice at that point.
I don't think I had dice. I certainly didn't have a mini. Well, I did. I brought a Lego mini.
You brought a Lego. I don't remember what I used for my first. I think I had a little meeple.
Yeah.
I think I had a little meeple, and so we started playing. And the first night we walked in, and they were finishing up a previous campaign, and they were doing a battle royale, and so everybody was at the table, and we were battling it out through this dungeon crawl kind of thing.
Last man standing wins.
And it was so funny. I got kicked out about midway through. I got killed, and the guy that killed me, his name is Marcus. He still plays with us. Marcus comes up to me. He's like, "I am so sorry that I killed you." And I was like, "Oh my gosh." I had a blast. I got killed halfway through, and I had an absolute blast. It was so much fun. And so from then on, I was hooked. Yeah. Like, I was ready for the next campaign. And then the next week we started a new campaign.
And that was a long campaign too. That was one that lasted.
Months. Yeah, it was months, like 3 or 4 months, right?
It was longer than that.
Oh, okay.
Don't quote me, but I think it was longer than that. But so since then they've been playing, because that's such a commitment that they want to be kind to all of their DMs. Yeah. So they're doing a smaller, like 3-month campaigns. Right. So we've been able to play with a lot of different DMs, and it's really cool to see like each one's different style and how different creative they let you to be, and then and different players and different playing styles. But we've kind of found
our peeps.
We found our people. So there are some people that when they sit down with us, I'm like, yes.
Yeah, I know.
And there are some people that when I don't know them and they sit down with me, I'm like, yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's interesting to learn their personalities outside of the table versus how they play a character.
Yeah.
Because like when we first started playing, there was a guy, and I haven't seen him in a while, but his name is Ian, and he played this character called Constantine. And Constantine was just quite the jerk. He did exactly what he wanted to. Jerk. Yeah, well, I have to keep it clean.
We're going to keep it clean.
We have to keep it clean for the little ones. So but yeah, and it was completely different from his personality.
Yeah, he's the nicest guy.
He was the nicest person, but his character was quite not nice.
Yeah, he plays on a different night now.
He plays elsewhere, but
he plays elsewhere.
Yeah, but anyway, so
and that's another cool thing is that you're not married to a place,
right?
Like you
can hop around and some of the guys play, guys and girls, I should say, but some people play, multiple nights a week. And we actually, just recently, we stole Ben from another night. We have another friend of ours, Ben, that plays, and I think he might even still be playing it another night. He might play both. But we convinced him, no, he needed to join us again on Wednesdays. So that's been good. It's been nice to see some old friends back.
And he is one of the first that took me under his wing because he was a ranger. And that was the first character. I picked an elven ranger. And so he really taught me the in and out of that character. And that's the character that I've played the longest. Her name was Azalea and died a miserable death.
Along with everyone else in the entire campaign.
Yeah, the campaign.
We all died.
We made a mistake and everybody died.
We all died.
So it wasn't just me. But but since then, I've played other characters, but like, there's something about your first character that's like very near and dear. So
my first character was Gnomer because I am gnome obsessed. I have them everywhere. And so I had this tiny little character that my husband painted for me, and he's super itty bitty, and we called him Squishy because I always had to stay in the back of all the campaigns. Like if we went into battle, I would always have to be way back here because I would be the first one out. I had no defenses, but I could shoot things from farther away, and so it worked well. But he was so cute. He was no, he was a sorcerer, right?
Sorcerer?
I think he was a.
Oh,
is that awful? How do I not know this?
I was just talking about how you always remember
I should
your
always
first character.
Remember.
Shame on you.
I know, that's bad. I want to say he was a sorcerer. He was not a wizard. So. He was a sorcerer. And so he had a little purple glitter hat. So every time if I managed to kill off a character, and they always ask, well, how did it happen? What I was like, well, they exploded in purple glitter. But yeah, so
a fun character to play with. And when we were making our characters too, you get to pick like certain languages. And I was like, well, of course Azalea's gonna speak gnome.
Well, exactly. She has to talk to me. Gnomish. Yes.
So because she has to like talk to her friend.
I know. We had to be able to speak to one another.
That's right. But I came up with this huge backstory, which was never used.
No, and
it was so beautiful, but it was fun. And it was like eloquent, and so like she had this backstory. And now I'm like, meh, just.
I got this character out of the trash. I don't know what happened.
I don't know where they're from or why they're here or why they wear unicorn armor. Yes.
But they do.
But they do.
And they should.
And they should. Yes.
And we got to play, I got to play with, I think, 2 different DMs because we had a switch in the middle.
Yeah, at that time, they had 3 tables at Black Potion, and all 3 of them were tied together. Like they were doing different parts of the campaign.
Right.
But like we were all part of a guild, so it everybody was kind of working towards the same goal. That's how everybody in the party died. Right. But
because we all 3 tables ended up getting killed off. Yeah. So for those of you that don't know anything about D&D, I mean, because like
we've been talking like you do.
I know we've been talking like you do, but for those of you that don't know, you create a character, and you can give it a backstory, as you said, right?
Yes.
And you get to choose what type of character they are. So you could be a barbarian, or that just goes around bashing things. Your class. Yes. You could be a wizard or a sorcerer that casts spells. You can be a paladin if you choose to be a sanctimonious human.
I'm a paladin this time.
And I have a shirt that says I hate paladins and all the people who play them.
I bought you that shirt.
You did. You bought me that shirt because it's a whole thing. Anyway, choose all of these things and you give it all these characteristics. And so when you go into battle, then you have chosen different spells that you can cast, or different armor that you can wear, different equipment that you have, different weapons that you use in battle. And that's kind of what you start with. And the greatest part, especially about Dungeons of Drunks, is that you have wonderful people there that can guide you through that whole process and help you build your character to the best ability that it can have.
To really optimize
that character. You sit down and you have your dice and you get to roll for initiative, and you roll to see who goes first, and then you roll for everything.
I love to roll dice, and I don't have that many. I have 4 sets. But
no, I only have 3. Or I have 3 now.
But there are people that have 30 sets of dice.
It's a lot. Like
it's beautiful.
It's amazing.
I'm like, and I love it too. I love it when they're like not rolling well. Yeah. And they're like, screw these dice.
Forget these. I'm getting out
more. And they're like, get other dice. So like, I don't have enough dice to change it out.
No. I have to borrow other people's because clearly there are some nights when mine are not rolling well, and
Give me that die.
Give me that die. Or Cody will look across the table and be, could you please retire those dice? Like, those are not doing anything good for you. You've got to get rid of those. But
man, I could do a whole podcast on dice. I could. Clicky clacky math rocks.
Math rocks, yes.
I love them. Like when we're at cons and stuff, I'm like, ooh. Show me the goodies.
Well, and that's like we talked about mine before that I bought from Lethal Shadows that have the glitter and the liquid in them. So when you roll, the glitter falls down. They're so pretty.
So pretty.
They're gold. They're beautiful. Anything with glitter, obviously, with me.
I just bought a big chunky die. Yes. It's a D20. And it's really... I bought it from Norse Foundry, and it matches my your malachite die set that I bought when I first started playing. And it came into like a ring box. And I brought it. I showed it to Lisa, and she was like...
Did you say yes?
I did. I said yes.
I said yes to the dice.
Marry me, Romeo.
He rolled a D20 and I had to marry him. I don't know what happened.
But anyway, so...
His initiative was high enough.
His initiative was high enough. I like that. So, but yeah, I'm getting off topic with dice. But I could talk about dice.
But it's part of D&D. You literally cannot play D&D without a set of dice. So it's part of the deal. I just have I have my color changing ones from Gen Con that I love.
Those are really
They're
cool.
like purple and coral, and they change with the heat of your hands. And then I have my kitty dice, my little cats. So like all the numbers, like the 6 has like a tail on it or little ears on it. They're super cute. And I don't know what's it. Oh, and then and I have my gold ones. I think it's
great that you were rolling magic missiles when we first started.
I was.
That people brought her gifted. Gifted D4s to her.
So magic missiles, the reason I like them is it's an automatic hit, so you don't have to roll to see if it hits or not. It just automatically hits. So that was a big deal. But the offset of that is that it doesn't make a lot of damage until you get up as like a higher level character, and then it hits with more damage. But in the beginning, you're only rolling like maybe 2 D4s or something. So a D4 is obviously just, there's only 4 numbers on it. So the highest amount of damage you can ever hit is a 4, but when you can roll 6 or 8 missiles at a time, it's pretty cool.
So like she was rolling
I would
like
need more. I would just
keep
rolling one at a time. And some of the people are like, here, have some more D4s. We know that this is your favorite, so
there's a more efficient way to do this. Here, take dice.
So now I have a ton of D4s. Although, my character now does.
Does she have magic missiles?
I chose magic missiles. Yeah. When I could get them back, I chose them because I played a couple of characters. I played a rogue, which wasn't bad. Not my favorite, I'll be honest. And one of the guys we played with, Kelly, that's I think his favorite type of character to play.
Good at it.
And I think that's one of the things like you get if you really like a type of character and you really get into it, then you want to become better and better at it. So, I prefer to cast spells and things that's like the more fun for me. But a rogue doesn't really do any spell casting, I don't think at all.
They just shiv you in the back.
They just shiv you. And so he loves to play the rogue, but that was not my thing because I couldn't magic missile anybody. So if I can't like stand in the back and lob something over, I'm out. I don't like to be like up front. So yeah, so it's been such a good time. Like we have so much fun. It's neat. Like you talked about that you play different characters every time. I try to play different characters each time.
Yeah.
So far I played, a sorcerer and a cleric and now I'm playing my tiefling that's, this war person, she's really cool.
Is she a fighter?
She's a fighter. Yeah. She's an eldritch knight. I don't know what that means. I still don't know what that means, but I was told it was very cool. So therefore I am playing Cruella, the Eldritch Knight tiefling. So anyway, but she's super fun. And so, but we got my goddaughter Abby into it, which has been so much fun to spend more time with her too.
Like
as an adult.
I wrangled Lisa.
Yes,
Lisa
and I wrangled
Abby.
Abby goes against her will, I think, most days, but she's coming around to it. So, but for her, she really plays the same characters. That's her safe space, and so she tends to just stick with what she knows.
But she's learning a lot.
Oh, absolutely.
I can tell that she's learning
doing
a lot.
Fabulous, but it's just like we want to try everything, and I want to see all the different characters, and she's very, very comforting. She's in her little safe space. So, so she plays her same character. She plays a cleric every time, so she can heal everybody, which is so nice because
she's kind of kind-hearted like that.
She is, yeah. So she takes care of everybody and she heals, and it's good. So it's been super fun to spend time with her every week too. So, because when they're out and on their own as young adults. You don't get to spend as much time with them. So, but that's one of the great things is it doesn't matter who you are. Like we have, you know, like I talked about our friend Bill, and he's, you know, older than us. I don't know how old Bill is. I'm not going to even guess, but he's older than we are. We are obviously in our 40s, as we said. Yep. And then there's, you know, kids there. I say kids.
Young
you know,
kids.
There's young kids who are in their
like
early
in
20s.
Their early 20s. Them youngins.
I know. And we come in with I come in with my like free mom hug shirt, and you know, we're like the mother hens of the group, it seems. But it's so fun. It's so nice to see those guys and girls. But it's a good time. So if anybody out there is ever looking for a great group of people, I've talked about them on my other podcast as well, and how I kind of found this amazing group. And obviously we love Dungeons of Drunks. And so, like we said, find them on all the socials to find what may be closest to you. I promise you there's going to be a great group of people no matter which place you walk into. If you want the best group of people, though, because we're there, it's going to be on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. every week at Black Potion. Yeah. And so that's where you'll find us.
All level players welcome. If you've played D&D since its inception and you know what a THACO is, you are welcome.
I don't know what a THACO is.
If you have never heard of that before, you're welcome.
Never heard of it.
So, and if you're worried about not knowing anybody, come hang out and you know us. So, we're always open to bringing somebody to the table and having them sit next to us and helping us. But I'm probably going to refer you to somebody else to help you.
I'm going to give you over to Kelly or Cody or Ben or Marcus or John or anybody else but us. That's why I'm going to hand you to. I'm going to hand you to Antonio. But other than us, we will get you to the right person that can actually help you.
But I would totally recommend it. And as somebody that kind of stepped out of her comfort zone, with meeting new people and being around people that I don't know, it was one of the best decisions that I've made in my in the recent years.
Yeah, it's been a great time. It's been so fun, and I think between the two of it, like I'm the social one, I guess.
Oh yeah.
And so I love it. Like I go and I talk to people, and I'm constantly asking like how, you know, how's your vacation? How's your family? Oh, you know, one of the guys had a new baby last year. So it's just fun. I love meeting all those new people. As we've talked about, that's always my favorite part. Yeah. And so getting to meet those amazing people especially at Black Potion has been really fun. So yeah, it's a good time. Today is, you know, Wednesday. So we're headed there today. We're filming on a Wednesday today, but, it'll be fun. I'm excited to see what shenanigans we always get into.
I know. There was a gelatinous queue.
Yes.
There's been an airship malfunction in the air.
Which I tried. Do you remember how I tried to get out of that?
No.
So we had to come up with a way to get out of it. Like our plane or airship was going down. We were going to die no matter what. And so we all had to come up with a way to figure out, like, with whatever we had on us, whatever spells, whatever, anything we had to within our power, we had to figure out how to get down. And I cast prestidigitation because it's my favorite word. So I cast prestidigitation and blew air into my shield to try and like stop my momentum down. It didn't work by any stretch of the imagination.
100 points of damage.
I didn't die, but I wasn't feeling too good when I hit the ground either. But yeah, so it's just so much fun. It's fun to like get creative. And I think when we first started, I think we can both agree, we sat down at the table and we're like, you want us to do what? Like, we have to tell a story. We have to come up with what we're doing. And I didn't really get into it at first, and now it's one of my favorite things. I just talk about like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go, you know, change my hair color really quick to maybe throw them off, or I don't know. Like, you just get to do anything, and I think that that's the most fun. Is that like there are no rules. It's whatever, and that was one of the things that one of the guys told me at the very beginning. I said, well, tell me what to do. Just tell me what to do, and I'll tell the DM that that's what I'm doing. He's like, I can't do that. You get to say whatever it is that you want to do. And we have to roll with it. And that's one of the best parts, is that everybody's ideas, no matter how harebrained or how,
well,
crazy
you
they
can
seem.
do what you want to do, but the DM's going to say, well, you can certainly try.
Yes. Our current DM, Lee, that's his favorite saying is,
you can certainly try.
You can certainly try. And it doesn't always work, but it's fun to try anyway and roll the dice and see how it lands. So yeah. We have a great time. So come join us, Black Potion Wednesday nights, Dungeons of Drunks, find them on the socials. If you need anything from us, as always, you can find us on the web at www.210gamecon.com. If you need to email us for any reason, if you have ideas for the podcast, if you have, any ideas for 210 GameCon, whatever you want, email us at info@210gamecon.com. You can find us on all the socials, figure out when our next game night is going to be. It's not this week, but it'll be, by the time that this airs, it will be this week. So when you hear this, but we'll be at Black Potion every other Thursday for 210 game nights. So come join us, come play games with us, come play D&D with us. We'd love to have you at the table anytime. So as always, guys, GGWP.
Good game well played.
Bye, guys.
Bye.